Hello. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hi, Mark. Can you hear me all right? Hello? Wicked. Slick Alex. Alex is no new subscriber. Thank you very, 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 very much. Hello, Elsie. And she's going to be right back. Oh, John Wick's come back in half an hour. What a name, John Wick. Those films are absolutely wicked. And you're new to the hobby. Well, my live streams aren't like a lot of the other ones where you see spider after spider and stuff like that. I like to sit back, chill. You ask questions, we get a conversation going, and then off we go and just see where it goes. Elsie's putting the little dude to bed. Fingers crossed that goes well for you. And congratulations on winning the 500 subscriber giveaway, Mark.
What are you feeling? That's what TikTok's for. The feeling of victory in a challenge.
All the way from the USA, you right, man? Skip the ad on this. Royalty-free music. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I bet you are, Mark. If anybody's on here from the overseas, obviously somebody's here from the US, there's going to be a overseas subscriber giveaway as well, because I'm fully aware that I've got quite a few subscribers from across the pond. Quite a nice giveaway, wasn't it, Mark, to be fair? You've done pretty well. One tea, two snakes, and a scorpion. Alex has at the moment, mate. Let me just tell you one thing. Inverts are addictive. I started off with two. After about 4 weeks, I had four. After almost 2 years, I've got 130 plus God knows how many other inverts. So I'm warning you now, Alex. It is addictive. Dan Nesbitt, get your rat out, dickhead. Just for anybody that is watching, all the videos that I do are like, family aimed and the rest of it. The live streams are strictly over 18s because I swear like a bastard. And Dan has just bagged himself an absolutely stunning true spider. Big, massive, angry sod. Dan, I can't. You're a bastard, mate. I wish I'd had the money. I would have had that straight away. I've already ordered off him as it goes. Best addiction in the world, the inverts, though, isn't it? Macrotheli Gigas, wasn't it? One with the big red fangs at the front. Look phenomenal. Been searching for a year. He just inboxed me. He said, "Do you know anybody?" I was like, "Oh, mate, I would absolutely love that spider, but the missus will go absolutely crazy." if I order another one at the moment. So I just whacked it up. Yeah, you do easily run out of money. My favourite New World. Ooh, that is a question. Dan's going to probably take the piss out of me now, but probably it's a toss-up between the Lazadora Parabama and the Avik Avik. Only because my Avik Avik's up here in Gravid. But Alex, when it's I'm one of them guys where you ask me the same question tomorrow and you will get a different. Damn, don't you say, Eric? You ask me the same question tomorrow, mate, and it's going to be a different answer because I literally have favourites every single day of the week. It's a bit crazy. The same with the old worlds. My old worlds. At the moment, I'm in love with my Chili Brachius Electric Blue. Tomorrow, it might be this girl. It's just bizarre. Same with this. I'm like it with the centipedes. I haven't got a favourite centipede. Usually, my favourite centipede is whichever one's actually devoured its food that week. What's everybody else's favourite New World? Hey, Angel. Hey, Tom. Or G Pultra. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. Or the Pultrips. Have you seen those? It's the Pultrips are stunning. I say, hey, Angel, hey, Tom. Is Tom awake today, or? Elsie says she don't know either. She loves all of them. That's it. It's so hard. It's so hard to make that decision of like people say to me, "What's your favourite spider?" And it's like, all of them. As you guys know, as well. I mean, I keep true spiders as well. So to actually look around the whole collection and decide which one's my actual favourite is just impossible. Andrew's on. Hello, I still haven't found my fucking sling. Ooh, Mark's blonde is pulled through. That's good news, mate. That is good news. Yeah, that's another thing, Alex. Be prepared to lose the odd spider in your house. or in my case, the odd centipede and the odd H. Geiger's. The scorpions are cool. I've got a couple of scorpions. Bailey's Bug Blog. If you ain't subscribed to Bailey's Bug Blog, go over, give him a subscribe. Very, 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 very intelligent man on inverts. Very intelligent man. And photography. In fact, Dan, Andrew's probably the geezer that you need to speak to. Do you know you were on about the cameras earlier? Ready in 6 years? You're going to be ready in 6 years. The blonde is just like any other spider. Once it's in its home, it's completely fine. The only problems that you're ever going to get are on rehousing. I would, Dan. Do you know that recent picture that I put up of the curlier that's attached to this video? Actually, that was after Andrew set my camera up for me. Can you all hear this music all right? Or do you want to turn it on? Oh dear. I lost an Alphalax. Oh my god. That was interesting to say the least. Got on my old table, it flew across my table, literally at 120 miles an hour. Bungee jumped to the floor and then just shot off towards the skirting boards. That was unreal. Unreal, the speed of Phalax. I mean, you think like pokies are quick. Pokies have got nothing on true spiders. A HMAC is slow compared to something like a Phalax or a Huntsman. Invert Laws, you right, Peter? Thank you very much for joining. Did you guys see the video that I got with that I did? Sorry, with the true spiders that I got. Man, I can't stop watching them. I really can't. The sand spider. You're looking into the sand spider's enclosure. It's just not there. It's just not there. You move it slightly, it just suddenly appears from out of the sand. Literally just like boom. Literally teleports itself. It's absolutely brilliant. Can't see the Heteroscoda David Bowie, innit? Just finished his tea. Nice tats, mate. Never noticed them before. That one's a bit shite, but I've got to get this one covered up. I want the whole invert scene going up my arm. I'm not quite sure what I'm having on my hand. I don't fancy the stereotypical spider on my hand. Might have something a bit different. Boom, and Dan's back. I've only got one like. Come on, people, give me a like. I've just, do you know what? The truth, those sand spiders. I know Andrew knows a lot more on the true spiders than I do. That's why you should subscribe to Bailey's Bug Log. But apparently, the sand spider is the most venomous spider in the world. But the likelihood of them actually biting you is damn near impossible, apparently. And there's only been 2 people that have died following a bite, but they can't say that it was the actual bite that caused it. Andrew, that's Dan Nesbitt on Facebook as well, mate. Just a little bit of help with his photography. He takes some real good pictures, but I think he's just getting stuck on a few little bits and bobs. Know someone whose juvenile H pull trips escaped under his couch. He put his hand under it, and it must have felt really comfortable in there. And times that would like me, it's what is it now? Is it hex? The 6-eyed sand spider, Andrew. What's it been reclassified to? Is it hex or something in it? I don't think I'm going to get true spiders. I think my next buy is going to be skinks or a frog. That's Elsie. Yeah, Pac-Man. That's something that I've got to get in the near future, is a Pac-Man frog. They're just absolutely funky. They're like this girl. They just sit there. And then when you go to feed them, this big mouth opens and devours whatever you put in there. They look absolutely fantastic. Yeah. I think Pac-Man Frog's definitely on my hit list. And you were right earlier, like, this hobby is one of the most amazing things in the world when you get heavy into it. Being able to sit in a room and just zone out watching or feeding. You're right down. For me, phenomenal, but you never have any spare cash. I do, Andrew, yeah. But yeah, it is for me. As a lot of you guys know that, you know, I've got my mental health. I suffer with bit. Well, I say I suffer. I just like to say that I've got mental health more than anything. But coming in here, relaxing. That's just the filming light on. No other lights. So I know it looks quite bright to you guys, but it is quite chilling in here, and it's very, very relaxing. And I think that, you know, when you go into your invert room, if you're feeling a bit low or a bit down, or maybe even you're on a high, too much of a high, when you're looking at the spiders and stuff, and they're just sitting there just chilling, it just brings you down to a level, doesn't it? Catch up on the comments. Pizzi's like a pig. Hey, Lewis. Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's the one. That's the one I was thinking. Well, talking about, Andrew. That Hexapethalma. I'm not amazingly good at pronouncing these scientific names. I have actually inboxed Dan Nesbitt a couple of times. He's voice messaged me back how you actually say it. What would I recommend for a second tea? Ooh. If you haven't got a Grammostolia Pultrips, that could be something for you, or a GBB. They're really popular. Or if you fancy something a bit smaller, but in my opinion, a bit brighter, you've got the Dolichothelys diamantinensis. That's a beautiful spider. Although it will end up like this OBT here, but you won't see it unless you feed it. But brought my OBT out today because she's always in the back. She's always hiding around the back. And I have got to rehouse her pretty soon. And today she's actually popped out to the front. So Invert Junkie says Knickers Feck. Knickers Feck. Knickers Feck. Andrew says D. Pentalorus. I think that's going back to the second tier. Yeah, Davius Pentalorus is another beautiful spider. Not quite, well, I know they classify it as a dwarf, but it's not quite a dwarf because they can grow up to 4 inches. So just remember the humidity with the Pentalorus as well. Grammostolia, Brachypalma species, or Tiliticatl as well. Yeah, definitely. Invert says live rehouse. I don't do stuff like that, mate. Because if I make a mistake, somebody else, could do the same thing by watching me. Howdy, Greg. 8 Legs, 4 Wheels. If you're not subscribed to 8 Legs, 4 Wheels, please subscribe to Greg. He is an amazing man. Lewis's centipede nearly bit him. Next week, mate, the new arrivals are absolutely banging. Ooh, can't wait to see the pictures. Hey, Dakota, you alright? And Bert Law says, my D. Pentalorus is a nutter. As soon as you put food anywhere close to it. See, mine chills out. It won't come out and smash the food. With me stood there. Well, as soon as the lights are off, if I leave the lights off for like 20 minutes, I'll come back and she's come out, smashed the food, and tuck it back into a hide somewhere. I never actually see it do it. They are. Dan Andrew says, message him on Facebook. He'll quite happily help you out with the camera stuff. Glad you're doing well. Bonus points if you know what that is. Did you not see the video I put on where it's knocking the fake pants out of the way to get to the way? I might have missed that. I have got a lot of videos to catch up on YouTube at the moment because I've just been busy trying to promote the channel, trying to think up new ideas and doing a bit of research as well, and then trying to spend time with the family as well. So it's getting a bit hectic at the moment. You chuck the group in, the competition and the giveaways we're doing on there at the moment. It's just, I'm literally just stuck behind the computer at the moment. So hopefully in the next couple of days I'll get a few hours to have a check. Invert Junkie says, what's the story in Balamory? What's the story in Balamory? Wouldn't you like to know? Love that pronouncement of Dolichothelys, mate. Spot on. The Dolichothelys, it was Dan again. Because every now and again, if I get stuck on one of the Latin names, I'll inbox Dan, and then Dan says it absolutely perfect. So he'll message me back, and then I'll just keep listening to what he said, and just keep practicing till I can say it correctly. I have been thrown out a few times in a couple of videos lately, though. think I put it in the group. You might have done, mate. I don't think I've seen it yet, but I will. I promise you, I'll catch up on your video in the next couple of days. And Amelia is so cute. I got, says Elsie. Amelia's are they are. Hello. Lewis said, "Oh, G Pultra, right? Yeah, got you, Lewis. That's the one spider I have," says Alex. Dakota, hey Scott, do you have a male salmon pink for mating? I don't know. I've got an adult female that's ready for a male again, and then I've got the sub-adult, which is going to be on its way to Mark soon, and then Layla's got another 3. But we haven't got a male that's ready yet. We ain't got a mature male, unfortunately. Alex says one of his favourite species is a Nandu AAA. Nice, nice. Nandu AAAs are nice, and the Colorato Bilosis as well. I do like those too. I think I've got the. If she's out. Nope. Mine's hiding, so I'll leave her there. Deathly Hallow Cup, yes, I'll see. I am Harry Potter fan, Lord of the Rings fan, that type of stuff. One of the Hallows, Lewis, it's the Deathly Hallows. The one, the Cape and the Stone. The inverts Coventry, yes, brother, that's where I am. Martina Tina. I had Latin in my university, and it's really interesting seeing people with different accents saying words that I have learned differently. Names in this hobby to be specific. So Martina, you're going to be able to pronounce the Latin names absolutely perfect, it's we are going to probably be able to learn off you. I would have thought. But I've been, to be fair, I've always struggled with the bigger, twisty, longy words. You can tell when they're ready for mating, they start tapping on the enclosure. Dakota, the male Lasdora parabama grow hooks. So as soon as you see the hooks, they're mature. And then if you can see them do a sperm web and do what's known as sperm induction, as soon as you see the sperm induction or notice any signs that that's happened, that's when they're ready. Sperm induction, they will make a web. It looks similar to a hammock, and they'll go underneath the web like this, and they'll place sperm all on underneath, and then they'll climb back on the web, and then they'll put their pedipalps into the sperm and load themselves up. Dan Nesbitt actually calls that loading the spunk guns. But I've done a video on it. There's a video. I've done a video, spermificator, I think it was, and sperm induction. If you have a look in the history of the videos, it's there somewhere. Greg, if you've got the money, buy it now. Hey, lovely's just dropping in quickie in between feeds. Hi, Tanya, you're right. Martina is Greek, so it's easy for me. In Latin, we just said what letters we saw. It's the same as Italian. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what you know, especially as you studied the language, if we're actually saying it all correctly or not. Maybe after Wednesday, it's still in stock. You know you're not going to last that long, Greg. You know you're going to click the buy it now. I bet you've loaded up your basket as well. Bailey's Bug Blogs is back. Yeah, Dakota. So as I was saying, if you look back into my previous videos, I did one on sperm induction. So if you see a male tarantula with its hooks, and then if you see it doing what I've shown in the video, that will give you a better idea. It's cracked with English accent. Oh, brilliant. Does anyone know where I can get AAA babies? Some point this year, Tanya, I should have some. I've got the adult female and I've got a sub-adult male. If not, I'll keep an eye out for you. Invert said it's windy in Coventry, mate. It certainly is. It's just in my head on a site. I don't. Do you know what, Greg? I've stopped looking. It does my head in, so I don't look if I ain't got the money. And at the moment with furlough, it's sad. I don't know. Invert the invert. So are you in Coventry today and tomorrow, or what are you doing? Alex says he got his first scorpion 4 days ago, and it was a H spinnifer. Mate, the scorpion, no matter what scorpion you get, they are twats. You go anywhere near that scorpion, and it's gonna rear up with its tail like this, and its claws out ready. But that scorpion keeping, that's what makes it so fun. Well, you want to grow some up before your male matures. What size is your male? Because you're going to need a female that's older than your male, because obviously the males mature quicker than the females. Greg says, "LOL, I'll try not to look, but if was a site I never looked at, and then I found they have a scorpion on one." Ooh. Yeah, Invert Lloyd says he's got a spinnifer and it's a twat. They're three. They try and sting Greg every time he goes near them. Exactly. Now, Invert the Inverts. Now I'm home in Newcastle. My parents down up to visit, and they're going back to Coventry tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a bit windy here, mate, and then we've had a little bit of rain today. Times like this, I wish I had YouTube to show off next week's arrivals. 5 Panther beaters ornators, 2. Oh my god, damn. I am jealous, mate. Yeah, but your credit card bill is going to be through the roof, and don't tell me you haven't used it. Tanya says, I'm just going to send him out to whoever needs him when the time comes, not ready to breed yet. If you do that, Tanya, remember to ask for a 50-50. I know a lot of breeders will say it's not fair on the breeder, but it's just the way it is. Where are you from in Gateshead? My granddad is crazy. He put its finger in and it started touching it. The sting pinched him like mad. Your granddads are hard, mate. You sold your Doria, Rufy Litiata, and Metallica pair. Did your Metallica pair go to who I think it did, Dan? The Kingdom, as if I didn't get the notification. Oh, Sidex. I think Sidex is probably going to be listening because he's got a ton of feeding. And if you've not subscribed to the Invert Kingdom UK, and if you want to see some absolutely amazing, and I do mean amazing Balfouri setups, that is the channel for you. Oh yeah. And then added a bit to it. Yeah, I should imagine you added quite a lot to it, Dan. To be fair, there is an Emperor Scorpion, Paninia. I haven't got one, Dakota. 20 people in there, 9 likes. Come on, give me some likes. Give me some more likes. Mark says hi, Francis. Cheers, mate. You're too kind. Mate, it's not being about kind, being about being kind. I'm it's truthful, mate. The enclosure that you built for your Balfouras, I watched the build on YouTube. It's flipping brilliant. Really kind of gives you a different aspect on instead of just chucking mud and sticks in, if you like. Elsie says, Soz, I'm still here. I have been paying attention, but I'm trying to sex my molt as I've never sexed Hazel before, but I think she's a boy. I still have all Balfouris, 5, just about sit on top of each other. Dan says, haha, nah, not that much. Don't tell my missus if she asks. I added less than 100. You did all right then. 15 years ago, you couldn't give emperors away, invert says. Oh, no way. False Widows passed away. Yeah, that's the only thing with true spiders, isn't it, Sidex and Andrew, actually. They don't live nowhere near as long as what T's do. Can you hear music coming out of my phone all right? I did have interesting happenings lately. From what I've seen, Emperor scorpions are very docile. I've not had one yet. Elsie, if you get a picture of the molt and put it up on the group, somebody will be able to help you. Alex says, we housed a hattie with my dad. He put a tiny piece of substrate into a small enclosure and the thing was buried in it. Yeah, you're gonna if it's a tiny sling, mate, you're best to put a couple of inches of substrate in, and that really goes for any sling. You want a good 2.5 to 3 inches. What's the lifespan on the Gagus? That must be long-lived though. Andrew, what's the lifespan on a Macrothelli Gaigus, mate? My false widow is in my kitchen somewhere. Not seen it for weeks. I know technically it's not quite a true. I know it's weird, isn't it? It's a weird distinction. There's your tarantula, there's your true spiders, but there's a crossover period. So true spiders don't really describe true. Yeah, it gets a bit technically complicated. One of the lads I know was telling me about when he bought an Empress for £6 years ago. Yeah, but it's all right saying I bought this Scorpion for £6 20 years ago or 10 years ago. When now they're 60, it's like, well, you know, I bought a pair of Nike Air Jordans in '95 for what I think it was 80 quid, and now look at the price of them. When I was a kid, my Balfour enclosure, this is Sidex, was a huge amount of fun to build. The one I've got going on now is my biggest yet, so I'm excited. Ooh, I'm excited for you if that's bigger than the Balfour enclosure. I really want to tell you guys what Sidex did with his Balfour enclosure, but I really do sort of implore you to go and have a look. It is absolutely stunning. I really, really enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed watching that, mate. I saw a Spinnaker sling last week for £7. If you can find them for 60, I have do Scott. This is quite unusual. This is for my OBT girl. She's usually right at the back inside a web somewhere. I don't know if you can see that webbing. And any movement, she usually goes flying back in. When I get the camera out, I lift this up, and she will usually fly back. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with her at the moment. Although she has recently molted, so whether she's grown herself a pair of bollocks in that molt. She's definitely female because I've got her X-Ack off her. Right, where are we on the comments? Been a pleasure, but gotta shoot, fella. And see you later, Dan. Thank you very much for joining. Dan is one of the admins on Invert Pets Worldwide, and a phenomenal man. You know, he holds no punches back, and he'll tell you how it is. Black's black, white's white with Dan. And Sidex from the Invert Kingdoms, one of my other admins, and also Bailey's blog as well. I only get the best admins on the group for you guys. John Wick, what a name! The John Wick films are absolutely brilliant, I thought, mate. But I have got Scorpions, yeah. I've got the Arizona, so I've got the Spinnaker, Got the Simony, and Layla's got one which I can't remember the name of. Oh, cheers, Elsie. You shared the live. Appreciate that. Alex says in Ireland it's so hard to find tarantulas other than OBT, genetics, Avix, brachypalmas, that kind of thing. Alex, go online, do a Google search for The Spider Shop or Portsmouth Tarantulas or Venomous Visions and or So Many Legs, and you will have the world of fun going through those going through those places like a Tesco shopping list, mate. You'll be flicking through them going, oh my god. So again, Alex, that's The Spider Shop, Portsmouth Tarantulas, So Many Legs, and Venomous Visions. Go and have a look at those websites, and those guys, I think they all post to Ireland, not a problem. And William says, "What I've been doing, what I've been off. Well, I had a baby 5 weeks ago, mate. So sorting that thing out. Just working on the channel more than anything. Just trying to get it off the ground to what it was. Trying to get it going a bit further forward. Trying to put some new ideas into it. Just researching a lot about more about spiders, so I can get some more knowledge. And then obviously true spiders, getting leeches and all sorts, mate. Layla's getting a nice collection of animals now. She is, yeah, she is. She's in the other room as it goes. And she's doing all right. As you've seen today, she got a Sturmey. On camera, she was excited. Off camera, she was crazily excited. Greg got a Peter Sciensis. Is that? I can't. Cyanensis. Oh my god. That's Simony so far, but happened to have a new one. Really want a Spinifab, but not seen any for sale. Invert Laws is getting a new Scorpion next week. She is sweet, Elsie, but she's also a pain in the backside. Never seen my Spinifera, it's a pet hole. It's like half the spiders you get, isn't it? That is something about the new wheels, actually. I find my new wheels are out and about a lot more than my old. Yeah, also that is kids in general. I want a Communal Florida Bullet. Yes, nice idea. I've got two Spinifers just here living together. They are siblings. One is twice the size of the other one. Get a link spider when the cash allows. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. The link spiders do look rather nice. Most of mine stay hidden, but as soon as I open the cages, they come out for blood. Literally. Invert Law says, yeah, all my new worlds are out at the minute, Scott. All my old worlds are nowhere to be seen. All beavers are really cool. They're seriously cool. I've got some red-legged all beavers in here. I don't know if I get them out, if you're going to be able to actually see them on camera, because they're still really, really small. There is one, if you can see that. That's one of my red-legged orbs, orb weavers. So I'm looking forward to those getting a bit bigger. How easy is it to put a colony of spiders together with John Wick? If you want to know about Balfouri, go to the Balfouri communal group that the Invert Kingdom UK runs. As for putting a communal of any other spider together, any tarantula together as a communal, don't do it. It's just not worth the hassle. Pokies do not live communally together in the wild. They occupy the same area when the floods are in, or the same branch when the floods are in. In fact, Andrew Smith on Love Tarantulas is just about to release a documentary on pokies, so you might see a bit better there, mate. But I would not advise keeping a communal of spiders unless it's Balfouri or Ichthyophilus giensis, the true spiders. They live together. But when you see when you see communals, they're normally slings, and then as they start getting juveniles, cannibalism happens. I want a desert harrier, scorpion, and a Scorpio Marius. Spent his life in the bush, yeah. Nice. Warrington Pets had one steep. Bailey's blog is saying, Scott's inverts next week's surprise. I'm not letting bloody escape. You wait, mate. You wait till they get there. I have 9 Balfouri in my communal, says Mark. John Wick says interesting. Yeah, I mean, there is people out there that do keep communals quite successfully. It's just something I would rather just not, just risk the spider's life. Do you know what I mean? Just for the sake of you on a communal. They don't live communally. They don't live communally in the wild. It's still up for debate as the Invert Kingdom UK might even correct me here. But Balfours, it's still up for debate whether they actually live communally in the wild. But they seem to in captivity really, really well. The Invert Kingdom says, I need more Balfours. So do I, mate. I've got 3. I've got 3 tiny slings. I would love like 4 or 5 juvens. That'd be dream come true. That 40 quid for Orchis Mantis. Bailey's book says. Invert Junkie says they're only up the road. 10 minutes from the place, but I won't entertain them. I'm just running down the comments. Alice says, I quite like to keep my tanks bioactive. What's your thoughts on that? Bioactive is the way forward. I try and put isopods, springtails in most of my enclosures. But with that in mind, you do have to keep the substrate slightly damp. So obviously for this one, there's none in here because the substrate's near enough always dry, and there's none in my GBB. But I've actually done it. I've run an experiment. I think it was September of last year where I left 2 enclosures with no isopods, no springtails, and they're the ones that grew the mushrooms. So bioactive is definitely the way forward, and it makes for a more interesting enclosure. If you've got a few isopods scooting around the bottom of the enclosure, and you can see a couple of springtails. Plus, if it's a small spider and you can pick up the spider and the springtails in a picture, you can see sort of vast comparisons between the two. I'm from Preston. I work in Chorley, says Bailey. Dakota says, Scott, Oklahoma has some massive orb weavers. We have argolopes. Ooh. Could you send me over a couple of pictures on Scott's Inverts or all my personal? I only use springtails. Some isopods can eat your inverts. They can eat the eggs. They're not so much your tarantulas. Sidex says Balfouri have not been observed very much in the wild. Their burrows have been seen very close in proximity to each other, and it's believed they change burrows after each molt. And that's coming from the Invert Kingdom UK. And Sidex pretty much specialises in Balfouri in a big way. However, they haven't been observed communally in the wild yet. That is a very good point, mate. There are a few people in his land. I was originally led to believe that all beavers can live communally, but I think it's the same below ground, like the Balfouris living in burrows close to each other. I think from what I'm seeing, it's the same with the all beavers. An all beaver can set up a web here, and then another one can be here, but they're not on the same web, so they're not communal. Chat to Palma in the wild under the same rocks on the same walls, etc. Yeah, I suppose that's yeah, they just web very close. Yeah, exactly. It's just where does it go from being neighbours to actually living communal? And for me personally, I'm going to say that's if they create the web together and live on the same web together. Can you get all beavers in the UK? You can certainly buy them, John. You should hopefully be able to see one there. That'll grow. These are still very tiny slings. I did a video on these under the microscope when they were really tiny. Sidex, how's yours? How's your all beavers getting on there, Senya? I have a free range. Shut up, Alma in his room somewhere. The thing is, with me having the kids, if anything gets out, even if it's a tiny sling, I have to find it. And the other week, Layla's had this tiny LP, literally sort of my fingernail size, and we put it in. We put it in one of these. Oh, that's my Amelia's in there. We put it in one of these, and I forgot to put a bit of Rizzler or a bit of paper in the hole, and it's climbed out. And everything that you can see behind me, I had to strip everything and pull out absolutely. I had to pull out all this, all the shelving out, all the washing machine, the tumble dryer from over that side, sorry, and the shelves that I've got over there out to find this tiny sling, but we found it. Dakota says, Scott, I think we can all agree that the Mexican fireleg is a brilliant tarantula. Oh, yes, yes, definitely. Yeah, that's the Bahamian, the Mexican fireleg. I have one over there. It's absolutely stunning. I personally believe Balfouri may not live in groups like how gorilla live in troops. However, I do believe that they will more readily share burrows, etc. Does that make them truly communal? That's a flipping good point, Sider. If they share burrows, then for that period they are communal. I use Pet Zone Wigan, my mate's shop, our own local pets at home, or order online. Let me just get my Bohemia out for Dakota. Dakota, that's mine, mate. I am going to be, because this was all about 4 inches of substrate, and as you can see, she's checked and changed it all around and completely covered up her hide. So I'm thinking about putting the substrate up to here and letting her just go for it. I really like all reavers, they get rid of a lot of bugs that are annoying, for example, mosquitoes. I'd love to see some pictures that you've got of them, Dakota. I really would, mate. Invert says, what is the top of the wish list right now? Same questions to the chat. Sidex wants to know what's everybody's top of the wish list tarantula. Well, spot or invert, sorry. Elsie says she's huge. If they were not natural, have inverts there. Oh, hold on, Bailey's there. No. Right, I've just caught up on the chat, sorry. But yeah, top on the wish list. Another Phalax, which is on the way. And probably a Sabar Blue is on the top of the wish list. But I'm pretty much priced out of the Sabar Blues because they're just way expensive. Invert Law says my Seminole had 6 inches of sub level. Now it's about 2 inches deep in some places and 10 inches deep in others. Yeah, it's the same with mine up here. The Seminole that I did the care video on, she's literally just, she had this much sub and now it's down to here in one of the corners. So I might try her a more sub and then do an update care video for them. Sidex, Gramastoli Acteon, yes, nice choice. To be fair, that's why I've now sort of set the Patreon up properly. So going forward, if anybody wants to join the Patreon, they can. Money from that will probably be going towards a Sabar Blue. I've got one Patreon, so I'm saving up what's being donated there at the moment. So fingers crossed. My Sturmey is in pre-mold at the moment. Can't wait to see her when she comes out. Did you see Layla's tea Sturmey that she got today? Wow. Sorry, misspelling. Misspelling? You should see my spelling, Elsie, on the groups and everything. My spelling is absolutely appalling. Hey, Scott, what about the horned baboon tarantula? I've got the... I've got Sea Mar Shelley up there. That's the only horned baboon that I've got at the moment, Dakota. It's literally a pet hole. If I turned all the lights off for a couple of hours, I'd probably see it then. Inverlord says, for me, top of the wish list is now coming next week, but wouldn't mind the other two Theraposa species. Already got the Sturmey. Yeah. The Apostrophus and the Blondie. Top of mine is probably a few £100 worth of Balfour of different sizes. Yeah. Some plans I have to try out. Also a few more Pennell Howley to run. Okay, that is one name that I always struggle with, and you said it perfectly. Remember when you did that video on them when they were discovered? Yeah, I'm still jealous of Layla's Sturmey is twice the size of mine. Yeah. Any huntsmen on the list? Indeed, a Luna and the David Bowie. Because the David Bowie that I got was wild caught and it passed away, unfortunately. Not yet. Need to watch it. Have a Patreon, but never really properly set it up. Same, mate. I've got it going. It's all running. I haven't added anything. Like at the moment, patrons are going to have access to a lot of videos early. Going forward, if it picks up, then obviously as money comes in, that's going to allow me then to get more merch and do stuff like that. Because at the moment, I'm having problems, sort of, balancing the family and getting new inverts. And with that comes the fact that I haven't got money to be buying t-shirts and setting up stickers and all the rest of it, like a couple of the YouTubers can do at the moment. So it's all hopefully to go. Hopefully that will get going and be able to help me sort of start all that off. Then top on wish list is Cancerides. Okay, bye all, getting off. Night, Greg. Thanks very much for popping in. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Stay safe, mate. Inverts wants a communal. Right, guys, it is TikTok, cigarette o'clock. So I am. So I thought one of you guys had messaged me. I fully understand that I'm in the same boat, mate. Yeah, exactly. I've had the Patreon running in the background, but I just kept thinking to myself, it's like begging almost. That's why I've not really pushed it. But now I am. Everybody else does. They seem to do quite well with it, and it helps them to get other bits and bobs for the channel because the cameras and everything else, the lights, the 4K cameras, the prices are just ridiculous. I can't afford that, mate. Delana, Cancerides are a true communal spiders, live together in 100, do they? Dakota says, Scott, I would hate to get tagged by a tarantula. The fangs are massive. I'm still in two minds whether or not to get a Heteropoda Bowie. Get one invertors. They're fast goes. So you think these are quick. You think an OBT's quick. Nothing on a Bowie. You think your pokies are quick. Again, nothing on a Bowie. The thing to look out for is those forward-facing legs means the spider's fast. And the more forward-facing, the faster they are. And if those legs come down to little points, you got no chance of catching them if they escape. Right, guys, I'm going to go for a quick cigarette. I will be back. I'm going to go for a cigarette and a wee as it goes. So I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes. So just have a little chat amongst yourselves, and I shall be back in literally 5 minutes. Alex says he's thinking about, oh, I'm going to carry on feeding. Take care. See you later, Tanya, if you're still on. Alex is on about getting a Bumba Cabocla. I've done a care video for those, Alex. If you pop back into the videos and have a look. Invert the invert says, Francis, you play Far Cry Primal yet, dude? Kurt Scott, I would hate to get tagged by a tarantula. Those fangs are massive. I've never been tagged. As long as you're sensible and you give these guys the respect that they deserve, you're completely fine, really. Do they're smaller than you think, though. Yeah, the Bumba Caboclas are probably what, about 2.5 to 3 inches. What, mate, Alex? That is what to expect with a Bumba Cabocla. This is mine, and that's what happens. Mine is literally a pet hole currently. If I lift this, he will be, or she will be. That is full size Bumba Cabocla. And they, mine used to be out a lot, but now mine's actually an adult female now, so I'm looking for a mature male. But now she's just literally in a burrow all the time. So whether that's the same for all of them, or mine's just weird, I don't know. There's one of my scorps. That one. Can you see them both in there? They're both together there. They're siblings. They're both the same age. They're actually either, I think the brother. I think they're both. Well, I think they're both brothers as it goes. But they're both the same age. The size difference is absolutely crazy. And I do need to. In fact, I'll do that now. Closure's got a bit damp, a bit dry. But do expect them to come out and try and attack you every time you take the lid off. Absolute pains in the bums they are. Who's gone now? Adam's gone. Mark's off. See you later, Mark. I thought you were about to grab one by the tail, Scott, when I saw your hand going in. No, the reason I can do that with my scorps is I've basically got a lot of experience with them. Do you find with your scorpion enclosure you're constantly filling the water bowl, Scott? I'm constantly. Let me just show you this enclosure again. I find with these that these dry out quite quickly. So yeah, I am literally spraying it and filling up the bowl, which is at the back all the time. I am literally currently trying to swap out all the substrate from coir to soil, purely because it holds water a lot better. I'm going to be doing a lot, especially like with the chili brachia species. A lot of those are going to be. I'm going to change because I've got coir and vermiculite now with all the chilies. I'm going to be swapping that, and I'm going to be doing soil with vermiculite instead. Alex says, when I went to get my spinifer the other day, one of them ate its sibling when it was molting. Oh, that's unusual. Elsie says, lots of people gone now. Oh, we've still got 20. I'm still going. Don't worry about that, mate. It's because a lot of people expect me to be whipping out tarantulas or feeding tarantulas. That's what they want to see. And it's like I said from the start, my channel is my channel, and I'll have it how I like it. And I like to have a chat and interact, you know, instead of just feeding tarantulas and doing what they do. My spinnaker bowl is quite large, with it being an adult, and seems to be filling it every 2 days, at least. Yeah. I tend to go around my whole enclosure every couple of days, especially this time of year. Now it's getting warmer. You've got to go around the whole lot and keep checking it, making sure all your water's fine. Not gone. I was saying goodbye to Lord Ashton. Ah, so the invert junkie's still in here. I use coconut fibre mixed with sphagnum moss, says Alex. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But now I am going to be going for the Wix's topsoil with vermiculite. Let me just show you what the Bohemian's up to. Bohemian now thinks it's an arboreal. Get down. Yeah, Wix's do a sterile soil, which I've used. I've used in the past, and well, all my centipedes are on Wix's sterile soil because the coconut fibres can damage centipedes. So I think I am going to be swapping out the whole lot, literally, for the Wix's soil with the vermiculites. Oh yeah, peat into the peat helps the structure, and it helps it stay together quite a lot. I've got an Agen that thinks it's an arboreal. Only time it has been down on the floor was to molt. Mad, innit? Mad, innit? These terrestrials end up being Arboreals, and Arboreals end up burrowing. A lot of my pokies, you know, I put quite a bit of substrate in for the pokies, and when you put your cork tube in, I find that they will make a burrow at the bottom of the cork tube, as well as having webbing up the top as well. In fact, I've got a Pedroduncus that I've set like almost like a tree trunk in the base. I ain't going to get that out because that is on an upcoming video. And what she's done is webbed up and literally put soil all over her webbing at the bottom. So she's created a burrow at the bottom where really she is an arboreal. Silver Spiders is in the house. You right, mate? I remember when pet shops kept everything on vermiculite. Yeah, I do actually, yeah. The day I rehoused Pultra, it was at the top of the enclosure for the whole day. Exactly, crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Just shows you though, you know, you set up what science tells you to do, and then the animal does something completely different. My nature has a burrow at the side of its cork bark. It stays in all day, comes out on night. Same with my ornator. I never see that in the day. Yeah, never ever do I see her in the day. And she's like you were saying there, she has got a bit of a burrow. I'm good, brother. How's you and the family? Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Family's all good. Elsie says none of mine burrow except my curly hair. Yeah, that's something a lot of people find like surprising is that curly hairs are actually a burrowing species. Not too deep, 4 or 5 inches of substrate. The same way you'd keep a chromatus, and they're great. Did you all see my interview with when the invertebrarian interviewed me, by the way? Yeah, you do, don't you? You do know where they all live. Inverts is just put. It's funny no matter how many T's you own, you know where every single one lives. That's true. You do know where every single one is. Invert Law says I can hardly see mine on a night time. Now as it puts a web up the whole length of the bark and chucks substrate all over it. Mine do that when they go off to molt. I'm going now. Take care, everybody. See you later, Alex. Just send me a PM on Scott's Inverts Facebook page, mate, and I shall send you the links to the online sellers that will post out to you. JP's Pet Nation's on. Yes, JP. You all right, bro? Yes, pineapple on pizza is a massive yes. Definitely. Ooh, JP's Pet. Alex, are you still on? Because if you are, hook up with JP because he will also post out to Ireland. But if you send me a message, I'll give you JP's Pet Nation's site address as well. Alex, so JP's Pet Nation, if you have a look for him on Facebook as well, mate, I'm sure JP posts out to Ireland as well. Pineapple on pizza should carry the death sentence. Nah, ham and pineapple pizza, mate. Ooh. What stock have you got in at the moment, JP? Anything unusual? Apart from the leeches. Silver Spice says nice t-shirt going on the way. Yeah, Hadley's brilliant, isn't he, mate? What I like about Hadley is the smaller channels like ours. He's helping out instead of just flying at the bigger channels. You know, he's such a nice guy, Hadley. Fantastic tarantulas. Oh God, Elsie, how can you hate pineapple on pizza, mate? Invert Nation is the Facebook page, Alex. And Alex, JP's a personal friend. He's a top bloke, mate. Top bloke. Oh, we've got some cool true spiders in at the moment. Some crazy millipedes. You do have some beetles coming in too, and some crazy ants. Ooh. 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 That might be worth a look at, the true spiders. Not ordered from Hadley yet. I need to. Yeah, he does some high end species quite cheap. If you order a mystery box from him, he will sort that out. Trust me. Getting the leaf cutters in. Oh. Oh, what prices though, JP? It'd be wicked to have a leaf cut colony in the collection, wouldn't it? Imagine the leaf cutters on a live with the outworld coming across the top here and watching them going back and forward with the leaves. But with the leaf cutters, JP, do they need a special? Is it a certain type of leaf that you have to put in with them, or to create that fungus that they live on, or do you have to add the fungus into the colony? To make it themselves. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I've got me interested there, I must admit. Is it just me that sits there and watches their teas for ages? No, I think most of us do that. That's why. It's one of the reasons I've got this girl out tonight, because she's never ever out sitting on her web. She's always at the back, and yeah, that's why I've got her out. Because when I'm doing the live, I can see myself on the laptop, because I've got the laptop is literally just here, like. So as I've got that, I can see myself. So I keep looking at the screen and watching her. You can always add something to help. I bet there is things you can buy to help. Yeah, I should imagine so, mate. Nope, Silver, I've been sat in the room where all my teas are with everything switched off apart from their lights for the last hour and a half. I think leaf cutter ants make rafts with each other to get over water. No, I don't think they do, because leaf cutter ants, aren't they the ones that they'll make their colony and they'll stay in the same place? I'm trying to think of the ones that you're thinking of, though, Invert. All right, JP, thank you very much for popping. See you in a bit if we're still on, mate. Fire ant, you getting fire ants here? Rabumba, aren't they? Oh, the fire ants make the boats. There's a European fire ant. They're quite interesting. Probably not as painful to get bitten by as the ones further afield. Fire ants are the ones that do it. Aha. So the fire ants are the ones that build the rafts. I've got a couple of ants that can make you a boat, Scott, if you want. I'll have a boat. I'll go around the swans while on it. I think so. It would at Canada. It was at Canada. Oh yeah. The answer Solenopsis invicta. Mm.
Looking for the best music for your videos? Then you should check out Artists. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you freedom.
Invert says, how the fuck are you going to stop them escaping if they can make a boat to get over water? JP says his phone keeps freezing up on him and keeps changing the words. Mine does that. My predictive text is absolutely crap. See you in a bit, JP. Take care, mate. It's because you put them in ant-proof enclosures, and then a lot of species you can do like if you put Vaseline around the top, they can't get across the Vaseline as well. But that's about the extent of my knowledge when it comes to ant keeping.
Once you crack the code of lighting, there's not a lighting scenario.
So the spider says, have you ever been tagged by any of your teas or come close? I've come extremely close by female H. lividum. I was feeding it. It's come up the tongs. It's looking at this hand, and it's on the back of this hand, and then it flipped herself like that on her back, and it was striking up into the air at this hand. That made me poo myself. But that's the closest I've ever been. That was early part of last year. Since then, it's all been good. That's about the closest I've ever come to being bitten. I've had threat poses off quite a few, but that's about it, man. I think he used talc as a barrier. Yeah, I heard that as well. Fluid ant keepers use so they can't climb the glass. Exactly, mate. Said Vaseline is apparently what works. Silver Spider says I'd shit myself. I did, mate. Having the lividum on the back of the hand. Big female she was as well. Yeah. I didn't scream. I didn't shout. I whimpered like a little girl. It was like a. But yeah, she was literally. Do you know when you're feeding one of your tarantulas and it's going and it's giving you threat poses and it's striking it at the air and then they end up lying on their back and then they're striking upwards. That's what she was doing on the back of my hand, and yeah, it was a butt clenching moment. H. Lividum made famous by Metal Gear Solid. The kitchen where I keep all these is fucking boiling in it tonight. Fuck that. You've got to be ready for it though. I just let out that little whimper and thought I've got to stay calm. The initial shock, as soon as that left, I thought, well, it's on its back, it's striking up. So if I can get my hand down towards its burrow, I can literally just flick it, and that's what I did. So I've got it right down close to the floor, and I've managed to go like that. And as I've gone like that, she's literally gone from her back onto her feet. and been absolutely completely fine. But for that period of time, it was scary. So I had to pop away, but I'm back now. Welcome back, Sidex, the Invert Kingdom. You guys are not subscribed to Sidex and Silver Spiders, Invert Junkie. Make sure you all subscribe to each other. Share the love, spread the love. That's right. I thought one of you guys had messaged me on Facebook. I was close to getting tagged by a red knee at college. It fang scraped your finger. I mean, I've seen the videos where people have deliberately got bitten by these, man. I mean, why? Why would you want to deliberately get bitten by a tarantula? And why do some channels, obviously none of the UK ones, poke the fucking tarantulas just to get them to give a foot pose and all that stuff, and pisses me off, mate. My Piorama teleported out of her enclosure onto my hand while feeding her, and I shit LOL, but stayed calm and got her back into her enclosure. Yeah, I'd rather get a tag off an Ermine Venezuelan sun tiger. I always have an issue saying that one. Than I would a Lividum. I got tagged by a Felis cactus yesterday. Considering this is just royalty-free music, this track's not too bad. Solihull College was awesome. Best 2 years of my education. Yeah, college normally is Solihull College ain't too far from where I am now, as you know, mate. I went to North Warwickshire and Hinkley College in Nuneaton and spent 3 years there having a laugh. It was fucking brilliant. Silver Spiders is giving her that. It's that though, not that. Has anybody had any new additions lately? Obviously, you've seen what I've had. Indie Video. Got a couple of bits coming up. True Spider wise. My secondary school was good as well. Had a farm, but not there. Now the farm. I brought 3 today. You've already seen the demon. Mr. Gastow Lewis. I just hate education. Love practical based, but not theory, as I can talk about, but can't put it down on paper. I know what you mean there, Lewis, mate. Sidex says I went to 6th form and spent most of it being an idiot, getting concussed. Elsie says no, I haven't had more yet. Can't wait. Get what I want. Yeah, my college life was literally spent smashed out of the box, but I still managed to get GMVQ in intermediate science and 1 in advanced science. Did not ask me how. So I still spent 3 years just stoned out my little college. That was back when the solid was disappearing and proper weed was coming in as well. Lewis wants a trapdoor badly. There are a couple of people that are after trapdoors. In fact, Andrew's just got a trapdoor. Invert Junkie says, I put my education into oblivion. Anyone still at school, stop fucking about, you'll regret it. Yeah, very true. College life, drinking in the park and girls. I lasted 3 days in college, the Silver Spiders. Yeah, girls weren't my downfall until I left school, until I hit about 19. And mm, and then again, when I was doing weights when I was 26, girls used to get me into a lot of trouble. Lots of girls. No, I didn't do too bad. I was a dad at the age of 17. I was a dad at 19. I was 21. For me, I'm after Gramistolia Rose and Action. Like I said earlier, the top of my wish is the Sabar Blue, but it's just how much they cost. It's just ridiculous. I'd love the Sabar Blue and a Caledonia, but the Caledonia would have to be captive bred, obviously. Yeah, that's true. In time, the prices will come down, but every single Caledonia in the UK is still illegal at the moment, as are these. Sabre Blue, don't think that's about right. The ones there are about £70 for a tiny sling. That is correct, mate. And £70 on a tiny sling for it to possibly die. So I'd be looking at getting a grown-on sling or a juvie myself. That's why it's just the cost is just too much. I am munching sausage rolls, by the way. Invert the invert says I could have done a lot with college, zookeeper, etc., but it was go round with my girlfriends at the time or college. So basically, invert the inverts you was like college or sex. And as a teenager, you're obviously going to go for the first one, for the latter. Sorry. Elsie's never been a father, but she's got 2 kids. So wind her up and say she's transgender. She's got a willy, so she adopted too. I think that's the one Shane wants, probably, mate. Alex, yeah. The Simagloxum is £100. Well, they're about 80 quid now for a sling. My sling was given to me along with a Seed Gloria for my birthday. Elsie says she's fully female. You sure? Sausage rolls, Greg. Nah, they're just Tesco. Elsie, I am just pulling your leg, mate. It's just a joke. Please don't be offended. Like, if I said there was a ladyboy in it, Lewis Gaskell would be like literally trying to get your numbers straight away. I had dinner probably about, what, 3 hours ago? And I'm starving again already. The silver spiders is laughing. Lost the trap. Ah. Gonna make a cup of be right back. Hello, I'm never offended. It's funny. That's all right, Elsie, because we all know you're taking your Todger for a week. Bailey's blog, yeah, still escaped. Hard touch out again. Had torch out again. What Tesco do you go to? The Rico? Yes, mate. Well, we're doing click and collect at the Rico at the moment. Because you got to remember, even though this fucking weird government, go to work, don't go to work government, is allowing a lot more stuff to happen. The virus is still out there. It's still as potent as ever, and you can still catch it just as easy. So we're doing click and collect to save me having to go in. Although I am going to have to actually go into Tesco pretty soon, which I'm really not looking forward to. And possibly I might be going back to work soon as well. Which if I can go back to work, I'll be all happy days again. The first month will be hard going because all overtime, call-outs and bonuses are paid in a month in arrears. So effectively I'll have to wait 8 weeks for a decent wage rise. Lewis says, Scott, piss off. I don't need their numbers. You've got a little black book full of them, so just come to you. Yeah, you can have one of my renter boys, mate, or one of the lady boys, or get one sent round to you. But, you know, denying your own sexuality and where you want to be, that's your fault, isn't it? Lewis says, I'm glad I done click and collect by it being cute today. Was about 70 people waiting to get in. I went to the other where you get click and collect. Yeah, it's the same as what I did with the Rico. The click and collect, I just pulled straight in. There it was, straight in the car, gone. Elsie says, to be fair, I would love to have a Todger. You guys have life easy. The only problem with having a Todger is having the balls to go along with it. Just dropped the kids off at the pool. What would have missed? Loads of stuff. Invert Scott's Lady Boys. Fuck themselves. Yep, pretty much. But yeah, click and collect Rico, it was just a case of what happens is they're supposed to phone you before you go, but my collection is between 7 and 9 in the morning. So they're supposed to phone you and then you turn up. And well, when they phone you up, you pay for your shopping. But what I do is I just get there at 7 o'clock and then they phone me when I'm there because I tell them to. I pay for it and go. Otherwise, I could be stuck there at 9 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not having that. Invert. Still 18 plus, right? Yes, all my videos are family friendly apart from the live streams, which are always 18 plus, but I'll say over 21 really. But yeah, my live streams are never for the kids. Once get clapped, you don't go back. And Scott got 50 shades of clap from all the lady boys. That's almost funny, mate. Almost. I think you can do a bit better than that. I'll piss that Mickey taken. At the end of the day, mate, you phone me, and then your lady boy shouts you, and suddenly you've gone. The live feeds are fab though. Ben and Wes can't get on your live streams. Hey. Oh yeah, so Ben and Wes can't get on. Yes, pretty much. Peter shouldn't be able to. The Lady Herbert's garden's still as bad. Now Lady Herbert's garden's all cameraed up now after that lad got stabbed and killed up there. So they've cameraed it all up. They've got more, well, they had more police wandering around there. But yeah, Lady Herbert Gardens in the inverts had a couple of nights in there actually when I was homeless. You know that hexagon-shaped little building with the benches. I slept on them benches for a couple of nights. Yeah, it was all right actually because you had the building shaped like this, and then it's a recess. So if the wind's blowing this way, you could sit there and lie there on that bench and go to sleep. Where if the wind's going the other way, you can lie here. But then if it's coming this way, you can come around here, and it was all right. Scottish or lady boy, she chatting on, yeah. Who are you referring to, Lewis? Who's the lady boy in here? Yeah, I remember it was 2017 when I was last there. I think I was 2007. I think it was 2014, 15 when I was homeless. Might have been just before that. Coventry, oh yeah, Scott, you're my main lady boys. That's why I ring you. I rent you out for £5. Expect you're not making money as I have to pay them. Huh? Yeah, Sidex, yeah, look at me now, dude. Everything's alright, isn't it? And and in 2020 I can pass a drugs test too. Couldn't have done that 5 years ago. Last time I was down Coventry was when we ran a stores that the Par 3 championships at Nailcut Hole. Oh yeah. Yeah. The street, living on the streets bit, it's not too bad as such. But when you go into the hostel, and literally where the hostel is slap bang in the middle of the red light district as well. So a lot of the girls that you're in the hostel with are actually active prostitutes as well. And you've got to share lifts with them. You've got to go past them in the corridors and stuff. So you try and keep a little bit of distance, but while still saying hello, obviously. Do you know what I mean? And having a chat. But some of the states, some of those used to come back in at 6, 7 in the morning with crazy. And the lads, I stopped one of the lads diving over the counter just for, I think it was a fiver that had been left behind there or something. But yeah, I can remember being in the hostel and I was just in reception. One of the girls would come in and she'd obviously just inject. I mean, I've never injected steroids. Never injected drugs. I have injected steroids, but nothing ever into my veins. And one of the girls came in and she'd injected here. And when she come back to the hostel, she literally her arm was just covered in blood. I don't know how she managed to get that, but she knackered up with the injection site. I do know your history with that, mate. See you later, Lewis. When Lewis is off for smoking meters ago. Nailcut Hall, think that's quite a way to go into Bullsroot. It is, yeah. They've got a golf course up there as well. What value mystery box would you recommend? Alex, have a look back. I've just done a £60, well, let's say just started this month, a £60 mystery box from the Spider Shop. That was pretty good. I've got the Beatles in there. I've got the Atlas moth cocoon in there. I've got the Icatheli gianensis, Dolichothele alexis. What else did I get? A couple of other bits I got in there which I can't remember. But if you say to the spoiler shop you just want spiders, they'll do that as well for you. Ghost mantis, yeah, I think the spider shop's got a few mantis in at the moment. If it's just mantis that you want, then you can go to what is it now? Mantis Mayhem. That's the cocoon moth. So I followed my friend's advice. So I've cracked mine. That looks like poop. That's the Atlas moth, which is going free range in the kitchen. Oh no! Oh yeah! Alex says, "Oh god, that looks creepy as fuck." Have you seen them though? I mean, let's just do a quick Google for you. That's what they turn into. That is going to look absolutely stunning. That will be like this type of size. Well, we keep that in a mesh thing. No, it's going free range in the kitchen. If you're wanting just mantises, Unseen Universe, that's the place I was trying to think of. Mystery boxes are the things to get definitely from the Unseen Universe. I had a mystery box from them, did a video on it actually ages ago. Fucking brilliant mystery box, mate. I hate with a capital H moths. That's not nice to me. Beautiful, but nah, car, that's nice. Yeah, it's just another invert. I mean, we were chatting about this the other day. I mean, people actually keep slugs from different places, don't they? You know, and they might look at us keeping tarantulas and go, what the? It's just one of those things. It's like somebody that loves dogs but don't like cats looking at cats and going, different opinions, man. We had a bullfly once. It was beautiful. We have it in a frame now. £25 mystery box, 6 mantises, and sometimes a freebie. Desert Runner, Silver Spider says, Unseen Universal Wicked. I had an amazing mystery box of mantises off them. So did Layla last year. Brilliant box. I've had loads of rare mantises from Mitch that I've never seen or on any other sites. That's Unseen Universe again. Invert Laws knows him. Invert Laws knows him pretty well. Yeah, he's getting good true. Is he getting some true spiders in as well, Bailey? Boy. Ooh. We're getting trues in soon, and they're going to be communal. I've got vampire crabs in my mystery box. I think he and Andy Orn trade. Yes. So where did you get your vampire crabs in the mystery box from? Mitchell belongs to me. I've spent £400 worth of raffle winnings with him now. Ikatheli, no, I'm saying that wrong. Yes, it is. Actually, you'll have to wait for the video. From Bugbox. I find Bugbox to be a little bit pricey myself. I think mantis are pretty cool creatures, but not my thing in terms of keeping. Yeah, the same side X. I mean, we've got a couple, as you know. I do like this one. Is it the Limelli? The giant African. We've got that one, which needs a good spray. I don't know if you lot have seen the close-up pictures of the mantis that I've done recently, but this was him. Oh, mate. He's more than likely going to fly off. Yeah, so the close-up pictures that I've taken for Facebook recently were of this mantis. But when it comes to mantis, I do like this one. This one is nice. Elsie, it is huge. It is a big boy. And it has got wings. Yeah, that is a giant Asian, mate. Told you to fly off. Now I've got to go and grab it. You've got Asian nymphs. Brilliant, brilliant. They don't take long to get to that size. Jaguar's Tarantulas is online. Did you guys see it fly off? We do let it do that quite a lot. If you've seen the video of mantis, a giant African mantis eating a roach leg that I did, it's only a 30-second video. Check that out after the stream. That's pretty interesting. That's a close-up of the macro of this actual mantis munching. Yeah, I think a female eats a male, they just literally fly out and decapitate them. Well quick. But yeah, I do like to get him out every now and again. Go for a little fly off. Going back to those crabs. That was our last crab, which was a red hermit crab. I've got some great feeding footage from a predatory beetle once. It was so cool. Is that up on your channel, Sidex? Yeah, I've got to get some more of these. This one died, so I let it dry out. Hermit crab, because I am getting into sort of trying to acquire taxidermy pieces, and I've just found this one quite interesting. But the feelings on centipede Sidex. Sidex don't mind centipedes, he likes them just as much as me. Right guys, I'm going to go out and go and grab a quick cigarette. It's been an hour, fancy another one. So while I'm having a fag, go and make yourselves a cup of tea, grab yourselves a beer, go to the toilet, all of the bits and bobs that you got to do quickly. Millipede, now you're talking. I love the millipedes. Love millipedes. Alright, back in a minute. Alice is having a fag as well. Right, back in a minute, just going for a fag.